Yo, what is up guys? It's EliteShot here, aka Sean, and I'm bringing back my Epic Class Setup series. I never really, took it away, but I haven't made a video of this in a long time because they take a while to make and I've been pretty busy lately, and it's tough with school and homework and all that great stuff. But this time, I decided to have gameplay throughout the whole video instead of gameplay at the end, because in my last Type 95 video, you guys seen throughout the video, I showed you guys the stats, I explained it, and then I showed the gameplay of it at the way end. But this time I decided to have gameplay throughout, so it's a little more entertaining and not as boring to watch. And today we're covering the MP7, which is a beast submachine gun. It's probably my favorite SMG, if not my favorite weapon in Modern Warfare 3. And the MP7 is unlocked at level 74 in multiplayer, but I personally use the prestige token to unlock it early and to have it throughout my following prestiges without having to worry to level up, because level 74 takes a while to get there, and this definitely helps. And I'm sorry that my phone rang in the background, but it stopped in one ring, which is weird. But the MP7 has moderately high fire rate as well as moderate power and very low recoil. And I'm talking very low recoil. I'm sure you guys noticed this, but you don't need to have kick on it because it'll do fine by itself. And I'd recommend other proficiencies, but I'll get to that in a little bit. It also has slightly higher damage at range compared to the most SMGs. It kills in 5 shots rather than 6, and this weapon is very effective and it's a reliable weapon. Its low recoil, high mag size, and effect at long ranges makes it very versatile. And it's kind of like a SMG slash assault rifle hybrid, because it could do the work of an assault rifle at those long ranges and have no problem at all. The MP7 has very clear iron sights, limiting the need for an optic sight, so there's no need to put on a red dot or an ACOG or thermal because that's retarded. And the iron sights do just fine. You can see very clear, and it's just great. I recommend throwing on the attachment proficiency with rapid fire and a silencer to take advantage of the MP7's low recoil and effect at longer ranges. Alright, now I'd like to cover the MP7 statistics, and to start off, damage. Each shot does 35 to 20 depending on the range, which means it will take 3 to 5 shots to kill. And like I said before, the MP7 at long ranges takes 5 shots, unlike most other SMGs, which takes 6, so it kills faster than others. It has a magazine size of 40, but when you have the extended mag attachment on, it has 60, which is a pretty big clip for SMG. You could be shooting for days, getting awesome feeds, and taking out a lot of enemies quickly without having to reload. This weapon has a reload time of 3 seconds when it's loaded, and a reload time of 3.63 seconds when it's unloaded, which is also a pretty long reload time for SMG, so I'd recommend putting on sleight of hand, which will greatly decrease the time. It has a rate of fire of 895 RPMs, which is pretty fast, and then when you throw on the rapid fire attachment, it increases it even more, killing the opponents even faster. Alright, now I'll show you guys the weapon I use, or at least the attachments I put on it, and the perks I use, and I'll quickly explain why I chose each thing. First off, it's obviously the MP7, it's the point of the video, and I put on the attachments proficiency like I mentioned before, and I throw on a silencer and a rapid fire. The silencer decreases the recoil, even though there pretty much already isn't any at all. It also helps me stay a little more stealthy when I'm running around the enemy base. And rapid fire increases the fire rate, which also helps me kill the enemies quicker. And these two together make a great combo. Extended mag is also pretty good with rapid fire because you get to shoot out bullets even faster with a larger magazine, which is awesome. And for the camo, this doesn't matter. I started using it, at least I'm trying to get gold for it. I'm level, I think, 37 now. I'm not really sure, but for the secondary, this doesn't really matter. It's kind of up to you. I was trying to go for the akimbo, at least I'm going for it now. But any akimbo machine pistol is good besides the G18, that kind of sucks. The handguns I don't really use that often, but the akimbos aren't too bad. And the launchers, if I'd use any of them for this class, I'd probably use the XM25. Actually, not even that. Probably the Stinger, because these kind of are shitty, and the Stinger takes out air support, which is great. And for my lethal grenade, I oftenly use the Semtex, but this is kind of up to you, what your personal preference is. But when I'm running and gunning, I want to use the Semtex because I don't have to worry about cooking a frag grenade, and the throwing knife's kind of pointless, to me at least. And sometimes I use the Bouncing Betty because also when I'm running and gunning, you can quickly throw the Bouncing Betty, and you don't have to worry about placing it down like you would the Claymore. For the tactical, this is also kind of up to you. I often use the flash grenade, and sometimes attack insert. I use attack insert a lot actually because I want to get in the enemy spawn as fast as possible, so I place this near their spawn so I keep respawning there when I die. And for the main part, or at least for the most important part in my aspect, is the perks. For my first perk, I use extreme conditioning because I get to run to the enemy base quicker right off the spawn. I rush the enemy base and I get to them even faster. For my second perk, I use hardline. This makes me get my other perks for my special strike package even faster, and it only takes 1 kill to get my next perk, which is awesome. And for my third perk, I use dead silence because when I'm running really fast around the map, when I'm running everywhere, I don't want my footsteps to be heard, especially when I'm using extreme conditioning, and enemies won't detect me as much, so that helps out a lot. And like I said, for my strike package, I use the specialist because this is definitely the best strike package to use when going for an MOAB. And for my first perk in the special strike package, I use sleight of hand. And like I said, when you get 1 perk with the hardline pro, or at least with hardline on, you'll get the first perk in 1 kill, which is awesome. So I use sleight of hand. I get to reload faster and swap weapons faster. For my second perk, I use assassin. Since UAVs are so easy to get in this game, people will be getting them very often, and you don't want to be seen on that radar or heartbeat or anything like that. And that's why I use it as my second perk. And for my third perk in the strike package, I have scavenger, because by this time I'll be pretty low on ammo, and this will refuel it, and I'll be good to go. But that's pretty much about it. Death streaks, I'm not retarded and I'm not a noob, so I don't really use those. But if I do, I guess I just have juice on, and I get to run faster because that's fun. And that was about my class, guys. It wasn't too complicated. I use this class very, very often. This is how I get a lot of my MOABs. I'm sure you guys know from my old channel, you'd see a lot of videos of this class setup and how I got my MOABs. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you'd like to see any special weapon, anything at all, please say so below, because these are a lot of fun to make, and I also like to use different weapons and test them out. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Please remember to rate, comment, because like I said, I spent a lot of time on this, and these aren't that easy to make. They take some time, and I put a lot of effort into it. But hope you guys enjoyed again, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.